So comedian Seyi Law made a tweet and it's been viral for some hours now. Mazi today not actually reposted that tweet, but then all other platforms too. So I think I saw it on Linda in KG, and then I made a comment. But here's the tweet before I continue. They are happy about Nepal until rebuilding becomes a problem. They will never learn from Libya. They think revolution would affect the politicians they love. Keep finding what you can't sustain and remember to start in your region. They will show you burnt buildings and politicians beating, but they won't tell you that Nepalese are regretting now. Iconic structures have been destroyed, criminals escaped, women raped, and their properties looted. They are already claiming the protest was hijacked. Like gay, had I know is the last comment of the fool. By the way, very frankly, comedian Seyi Law continued to show that he is a tribalistic, ethnocentric bigot, and it's very disheartening. All of these tweets would have made sense, and somehow, and then we can take a learning curve from them. If this remember to start from your region or in your region wasn't in the first place added. But I added truth though, and I've been caused by a few of the commenters who commented on that to say I was an hypocrite and all of that. First and foremost, let me say, like I said now, I agree with him, but away from the tribalistic sentiment and all of these, anything in this country start from your region. We are all Nigerians. I'm not sure that the conversations of where whatever happened in Nepal happened would have been. There are over 125 ethnic nations or groups in Nepal, as it were. So obviously, Gen Zs, as is being reported, went on the street to demand that the end of corruption come. That was not iTunes or topped up by the ban on social media because they were requesting for government to do better. Seyi Law, by any means, any standard, is a chaba bigot and is very disappointing. However, the point of, again, Seyi Law also made a very fundamental error here by trying to describe or compare is it compare now? Or trying to make it sound as if Nepal, what was happening in Nepal and Libya was the same. I don't know whether it's, maybe he was talking about the destructions and not just the kind of, the way it happened. That being said, I want to beg Nigerians, and this is my humble logomaki in the words of Sir Patrick Obayambon. Before we begin to put our hope in whatever it means, revolution, uprising and all of that, let's do what is needful first. And the most needful thing is that we have not explored all our options. And I can say that conveniently. Because I see that Nigerian youth are trying to gaslight themselves with this. We are coming to do revolution, there'll be uprising. We have not explored all our options. While we look at Nepal, while we look at other countries where uprising has kick-started and all of that. Again, like I said, I support everything, but I do not support burning down the country. But I think politicians should be beaten. And if there is a day set aside for beating of politicians, I'll be involved. If there is a day Nigerian youth can just gather to say, let's beat politicians the 2nd of October, I will be involved. But you see, burning down the country, I don't support because the buildings are actually very, very difficult. And if you go around a lot of these countries where all of this uprising has happened, you would see that it's a difficult thing. We are too much a population. I tell you, the 200 million being estimated as our population is a lie. I think we are more. And I am not sure West African countries or any country in Africa can house the number of Nigerians. So, and it's going to be very devastating. I think we still have options. While we begin to look at Nepal, let's also consider Senegal. The party in power was formed in 2015 by a young politician, and after he was being attacked here and there, sacrifice came, and that's why we're asking some of these young people, youth in politics, to help and be sacrificial. He sacrificed and he gave the chance to contest to the secretary of the party, who is now the sitting president. So that is a good example. Nigerians, we have so if 2027 is still in sight, I think if Nigerians agree that let's give this a last push, let's try this electoral process to solving our problems first. If that doesn't work, they can begin to explore other options. I do not think that it is time to start to do anything yet. And there is no reason for anybody to think about burning down the country. Like I said, If he's beating the politicians, yes. But burning down this country, no. Because it's going to take a whole lot. And we are not in that, we have not gotten there yet. I'm not saying that politicians have not done worse. I'm not saying that they have not done, because a lot of things need to be put in place. I see worry over our resolve. Somebody was telling us a story one time. So a politician that said it. So Lucky Benedict, in case you watch this video, not very. So after Lucky Benedict came back the second time in 2003, there were too many illegal structures in some of the markets in Benin. And then he said he was going to do destruction or demolition of illegal structures. So the team went to the market. So they got to store one or shop one. Gwogoni, don't touch that one. It is so person, so person. Shop two, in about 50 lock-up shops or 50 shops, as it were, illegal structures. Over 40 of them were owned by politicians in the government or those that are known to him. So at the end of the day, he couldn't do so much. I still think that Nigerians are yet to get our ass together. If care is not taken, when the uprising come that you think would come, when you are going to do beating, you are going to tell you, leave this one alone, leave that one alone. And this one, our brother, people are going to be exonerating their own tribe, their own region. So let's do what is obtainable. Let's build this country. There's a lot of reset that needs to happen, but I don't think this reset has risen to the point of destruction. Beat politicians if you can. And I'm telling you, I'm not hiding it. I didn't call name. DSS think that this is extreme. They can go ahead and do what they want to do. But you see, if you see a politician that the politician is not doing well and it's from your constituency, you voted into power, or is whoever, and you people, no problem. But you see, burning down Nigeria, it hasn't got to do that. We see have options to explore, and let's explore. Don't hide in the guise of waiting for revolution and refuse to go get your PVC, register to vote, and vote in 2027. And refuse to ask your House of Rep members and senators or lawmakers representing you to request for electoral reforms. And refuse to ask the politicians that are coming to seek for your vote on ensuring that they push for electoral reforms so we can vote. We still have options. And like I said, let Senegal be our guide, not Nepal. Have a beautiful day.